Welcome to Kid Crew! We have a new addition to the fleet, a cement mixer! And it's full of fresh concrete and ready to go! But before we pour that, we need to use these other construction trucks. Let's first put down a layer of gravel with the gator. Oops, I'm really getting ahead of myself. I need to tell you why we're doing this. You know how Mom's playhouse always seems to have trouble? Like fires or toppling over in a storm? Well, we think she could use another house on a real concrete slab, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's dump this gravel at the site. Look, it's all spread. Those boards will be the outline of the slab. The trailer is hauling some extra materials that we will definitely need to do this job. Jump in the truck. Maneuver down this sneaky path. Isn't this the coolest little spot for a new house? The cones mark out the construction site. Unload the excavator. Then the rebar mesh. We'll use the excavator to install it. The rebar mesh will be sandwiched within the concrete. Okay, you've waited long enough. It's time for the cement mixer. The drum is full of a fresh batch of concrete. Let's go! The weight of the drum and all the concrete inside makes for an extremely heavy truck. Another tricky turn. Then race down the path. We don't want the concrete to harden before we pour it. Quickly wet down the gravel and the forms. Then dump the load with Dad's help. It's heavy! And the first load is done. This switch turns off the drum. We better wash the splattered concrete off the truck before anything hardens. Use the hoe to make sure the concrete gets under the rebar. Well, the form is full after another 24 bags of concrete that we normally would have showed you, but it turns out we forgot to hit record. And when you're working with concrete, there's no such thing as a redo. Don't worry, you can still watch us do plenty of leveling. Now it's time to trowel. Cut the edges, put in a cracked control line, and handprints, of course. The slab looks fantastic after drying overnight. And it's time for Mom to move her fancy prefab house into place. Oh, okay, wow. She's just plopping that right into place. And then there's just the other section? We should have Mom be more involved with these things. She really gets things done. That should do. Now here's how you can play along at home. We have another slab to pour and a house to build with our toy construction trucks. And this time, we're starting from the beginning. Here comes the semi with the steamroller and bulldozer. The first step of the job is to do the dirt work and prepare the site. Let's get to work. The bulldozer will scrape off the topsoil to expose the hard earth underneath. Topsoil doesn't provide a solid foundation, so that's why we need to remove it. The bulldozer is perfect for this job. Great work, bulldozer. Now the steamroller can compact the ground. Its heavy rollers squash what's underneath. The semi-truck is on its way back with concrete forms and rebar mesh. Sound familiar? We'll need the crane to unload the heavy trailer. Put down the stabilizers and get the boom in position. Down goes the hook. Okay, lift it up! First unload the rebar mesh. Then the concrete forms. These will hold the concrete together as it dries. That's good! Lower it there! Perfectly level. Now here comes a load of gravel to go under the concrete. We're using sand instead of gravel, but you get the idea. Back up to the forms and dump the load. Wow, that's a huge dump. Now let's spread it out. The bulldozer is great for this job too. But the fresh dump isn't compacted, so we need to go over it with the steamroller. It's so satisfying to smooth it all down. Okay, the forms and the gravel are done. Now the team is bringing in the rebar mesh. This is gonna be a great foundation. Yeah, I hope something cool gets built on it. Shh, cement mixer, we're ready for a load. Shh, over and out. Okay, we'll be there soon. He'll have to stop at the concrete plant first to load up his drum. Back up to the outlet. Then pour in the concrete. We need to keep the drum spinning so it stays thoroughly mixed and doesn't dry out. Let's head to the construction site. Luckily, traffic is light. We don't want it curing in the drum. Then back up to the pour. Deploy the chute. It doesn't go far enough. He needs to install the extensions. 1 and 2. They look ready. Okay, here it comes. The spinning drum changes directions and the concrete flows out. He's trying to pour it evenly. Then the builders work it into the rebar mesh. Then a second pour over top. Wait, we missed a bit over there. Use the wheelbarrow to get into the tight spot. By the way, we're using plaster instead of real concrete here. Okay, this looks good. Thanks for the fast delivery. He's pulling up to the water truck. Luckily, it isn't filled with fuel. Grab the hose and spray down the truck. Let's wait for it to dry. Okay. And here comes the home builder with supplies. It looks like it might be a log cabin. I can't wait for this house to be built. She will inspect the slab first. This looks great. Take off the forms. Then jump on the forklift. She has a lot to unload. Fork the pallet. Then drive over to the slab and lower it. Okay, let's build this house. It's a Lincoln log cabin. It has a front porch too. Here comes the chimney. Lift it up and do the install. All done. Now let's learn how it works.
This is how concrete works. Concrete's all around us. It probably holds up the building that you live in. This one is ours. Concrete is made from water, cement, and aggregates like gravel and sand. Concrete's extremely strong when you squeeze it, but it still needs reinforcements. That's why concrete often has reinforcing metal in it, also called rebar. Concrete is often delivered in concrete trucks, which are also called cement trucks. The drum keeps spinning during transport to keep it mixed. There is a screw pattern inside the drum that allows it to pull the concrete out when it spins backwards. If there is concrete left over after a delivery, it can be recycled or repurposed. Okay, I think we're ready to mix up the plaster.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Yeah. Do you think Daddy's gonna be able to clean it out of the drum of the cement mixer, Toy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I hope so. Okay, here we go.
It looks like concrete, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're mixing up water.
I know. I think, honestly, I can't believe this, but I think we got the plaster out. I really kind of thought we weren't going to be able to. Do you suffer from optimistic time management? I know I do. I didn't check the weather and started this project too late. So now it's dark and pouring rain and the slab isn't finished.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, it's a slide. Ready?
Yeah.
Whee!
But the way to get in, you have to climb up this thumbnail and then jump in.
Oh, okay. Yep. Do you want to have your guy slide? That looks super cool. Do you like your little mini slab?
Yeah.
Look at it. Okay, I'm gonna try the panning shots. Mittens, yeah, can you please get off the road? Oh, you're knocking over the barricades. The cement mixer's pretty loud. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Real cement mixers are loud. Yeah. Honey, I love this.
We enjoyed playing cement mixer so much, we also put together these Lego builds, and we wanted to show you. Thank you for watching Kid Crew. Please like and subscribe.